Love is one of the most profound and meaningful experiences in life, yet it is often misunderstood. Many believe that love should be effortless, that it should come naturally without struggle, without pain, and without effort. But the reality is quite different. Real love is not easy, and easy love is not real. True love is something that requires effort, patience, and resilience. It is not something that simply falls into place without work. Rather, it is something that is built over time, strengthened by challenges, and deepened by the trials faced together. When love comes too easily, it often lacks depth. At the beginning of a relationship, everything feels magical. Magical? The excitement, the passion, and the joy of finding someone who understands you can make it seem like love is effortless. However, as time passes, the honeymoon phase fades and reality sets in. This is where real love begins. It is in the moments of discomfort, disagreement, and struggle that love is truly tested. If a relationship is built on surface-level attraction or temporary convenience, it will not withstand the storms of life. Real love requires a level of commitment that goes beyond feelings. Feelings change. Some days you may feel deeply connected to your partner, while on others you may feel distant. But real love is not just about feelings. It is about choice. It is about choosing to show up for each other even when things are difficult. It is about working through misunderstandings instead of walking away. It is about making an effort to understand your partner even when it would be easier to turn away. Easy love does not require this. Easy love thrives on moments of happiness, but disappears when difficulties arise. When love is real, it teaches you patience. You learn to listen, to communicate, and to compromise. You begin to understand that love is not about perfection, but about acceptance. Your partner will have flaws, just as you do. There will be moments of frustration, disagreements, and hardships. But instead of running away, you learn to work through these issues together. Real love is about growing together, learning from each other, and becoming better because of the struggles you face as a team. In contrast, easy love is fragile. It is the kind of love that feels good in the moment, but does not last when tested. It is the love that is based on infatuation rather than deep connection. It thrives on fun and excitement, but lacks the resilience to withstand real-life struggles. Real-life struggles. The problem with easy love is that it creates an illusion. It makes people believe that love should always be smooth and effortless, and when difficulties arise, they assume that something is wrong. They walk away, searching for something that feels easy again, only to repeat the cycle. True love is built through challenges. It is not about never having problems. It is about facing them together. When you go through hardships with someone and still choose to stay, your bond strengthens. You develop trust, a deep emotional connection, and a love that can endure anything. This is the difference between love that is real and love that is easy. People often admire relationships that last for decades, but what they do not see is the effort that goes into making love last. They do not see the compromises, the sacrifices, and the moments of doubt that had to be overcome. A strong relationship is not the result of perfect compatibility, but of two people who refuse to give up on each other. Real love is about perseverance. It is about staying when things get tough, about choosing to love even when it is difficult. It is about understanding that love is not just about receiving, but also about giving. Love is about building something meaningful, something that can stand the test of time. The truth is, love is not supposed to be easy. It is supposed to challenge you, to help you grow, to make you stronger. When love is too easy, it is often because it has not yet been tested. And love that has not been tested cannot be trusted. So if you find yourself struggling in love, if you find yourself facing challenges, do not see it as a sign that something is wrong. Instead, see it as a sign that what you have is real. Love is not meant to be effortless. It is meant to be worth it. Love is often romanticized as a fairy tale where everything falls into place effortlessly and happiness is guaranteed. But the truth is, love is not meant to be effortless. If love were easy, it would not have the depth, meaning, or significance that makes it so powerful. Real love requires effort, patience, and resilience. It is built over time, through struggles, compromises, and moments of vulnerability. It is not about finding someone who is perfect, but about choosing to love someone despite their imperfections and working together to build something lasting. Easy love, on the other hand, often lacks true depth. It may feel good in the beginning, but it does not prepare us for the challenges that every relationship eventually faces. When things come too easily, we do not learn the skills necessary to navigate difficulties. Relationships built on effortless attraction or temporary excitement tend to fall apart when the first real challenge arises. Without struggle, there is no growth. And without growth, love cannot deepen or sustain itself. Real love demands a willingness to grow. It forces us to confront our flaws, work on our weaknesses, and develop emotional intelligence. In an easy relationship, everything flows smoothly, until it does not. The moment conflict arises, those who believe love should be effortless often walk away, assuming that something is wrong with the relationship. But those who understand that real love requires effort choose to work through difficulties instead of giving up. They learn that love is not just about how they feel in the moment, but about the long-term commitment to another person. In a world where everything is becoming more convenient and instant, people have come to expect the same from love. Social media, movies, and popular culture paint a picture of love as something that should always be joyful and fulfilling. But disillusion causes people to give up too easily when reality sets in. True love is not about avoiding conflict, but about learning how to handle it. It is about choosing to stay even when things get hard, about listening even when you do not agree, and about putting in the effort even when you are tired. The beauty of real love is that it teaches us valuable lessons about ourselves and about life. It shows us the importance of patience, understanding, and selflessness. When love is too easy, we do not have the opportunity to develop these qualities. But when love challenges us, it forces us to become better versions of ourselves. It teaches us that love is not about perfection, but about perseverance. The strongest relationships are not the ones without problems, but the ones that overcome them. When two people choose to work through their differences, they develop a deeper connection. They learn to trust each other, to communicate better, and to appreciate the value of what they have. Love that has been tested is love that can withstand the storms of life. It is love that does not fade when things become difficult. It is love that lasts. People often admire couples who have been together for decades, but they do not see the work that goes into making a relationship last. They do not see the late-night conversations, the difficult compromises, or the moments of doubt that had to be overcome. They only see the result, a love that has stood the test of time. But the truth is, no lasting love is easy. It requires two people who are willing to fight for each other, even when it is inconvenient, even when it is difficult, even when it hurts. Love is not about avoiding struggles, but about facing them together. When love is real, it is not always convenient. It requires effort, sacrifice, and sometimes even pain. But that effort is what makes it meaningful. It is what separates real love from fleeting attraction. It is what makes a relationship strong enough to endure anything. So if you find yourself in a relationship that is challenging, do not see it as a sign that something is wrong. Instead, see it as an opportunity to build something real. Love that is too easy often fades, but love that is tested becomes unbreakable. And in the end, that is the kind of love that truly matters. Many people search for love that feels effortless, believing that if it is truly meant to be, everything will fall into place without difficulty. However, real love is not defined by how easy it is, but by the strength it gains through challenges. True love is not about finding someone who never argues with you or never makes you upset. It is about finding someone who is willing to work through problems with you, someone who stays even when things get hard, and someone who chooses you every day despite the difficulties. When love is too easy, it often lacks depth. Relationships that are purely based on excitement, attraction, or convenience tend to fade when difficulties arise. In the beginning, everything may feel perfect, but as soon as disagreements happen, differences emerge, or life becomes complicated, these relationships fall apart. That is because love that has never been tested does not have the foundation to survive real challenges. It is like a house built on sand. It may stand for a while, but when the storm comes, it collapses. True love is built on effort, commitment, and resilience. It is easy to love someone, everything is going well. But real love is about how you handle the moments when things are not perfect. It is about staying when you have every reason to leave. It is about fighting for the relationship when it would be easier to walk away. It is about understanding that love is not just a feeling, but a choice, one that you must make over and over again. Every relationship goes through challenges, whether they come from misunderstandings, external pressures, or personal struggles. What separates real love from temporary affection is the willingness to work through those challenges together. Some people walk away at the first sign of conflict, believing that love should always be effortless. But those who truly understand love know that overcoming difficulties together is what makes a relationship stronger. The strongest relationships are not the ones that never face problems, but the ones that face problems and overcome them. Every couple that has been together for years has gone through moments of doubt, frustration, and even heartbreak. What keeps them together is not that they never had difficulties, but that they chose to work through them rather than give up. They understand that love is not about avoiding struggles, but about growing through them. Some people believe that if love is meant to be, it should not require hard work. But anything valuable in life requires effort. A successful career does not happen overnight. It takes years of learning, failing, and improving. A strong body is not built without discipline, exercise, and commitment. Love is no different. If you want a love that lasts, you must be willing to put in the work. When you love someone, you must be willing to grow with them. This means learning how to communicate, how to listen, and how to support each other, even when you do not see eye to eye. It means being patient when things are difficult and forgiving when mistakes are made. It means understanding that love is not about always feeling good, but about always choosing to be there for each other. Love is often tested in the most unexpected ways. It may be tested by distance, by personal struggles, or by moments of doubt. But those who are truly committed to each other do not give up when things get tough. They do not run away when they feel frustrated or uncertain. Instead, they find ways to work through their problems, to strengthen their bond, and to remind each other why they chose to be together in the first place. A relationship that has never faced hardship has never had the opportunity to prove its strength. Some of the greatest love stories are not the ones that are filled with only happiness and ease, but the ones that have endured storms and come out stronger. It is through the difficulties that true love is revealed. The ability to overcome obstacles together is what separates lasting love from temporary attraction. Easy love may feel good for a while, but it is the love that has been through challenges that truly lasts. When you face struggles together and come out on the other side, you create a bond that is unbreakable. You learn to appreciate each other in a way that others cannot understand. You build trust that is not easily shaken. And most importantly, you create a love that is real, strong, and capable of withstanding anything. If you ever find yourself in a relationship that is difficult, do not see it as a reason to walk away. See it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to strengthen your connection. Real love is not easy, but it is always worth it. Love, in its truest form, is not just about the moments of joy and happiness. It is about the trials, the struggles, and the effort two people put into making their bond stronger. Too often, people believe that love should be effortless. That if it is meant to be, everything will fall into place naturally. But real love does not work that way. It requires patience, resilience, and the willingness to fight for each other, even when things are not easy. Many people enter relationships believing that love alone is enough to sustain them. They expect their partner to always understand them, to never hurt them, and to always make them happy. But the truth is, love is not just about the good times. It is about how you handle the difficult times. It is about how you react when things do not go as planned, when misunderstandings arise, or when life throws unexpected challenges your way. Love is not measured by how perfect things are when everything is going well, but by how strong you stand together when everything seems to be falling apart. Real love demands growth. It forces you to become a better version of yourself, to learn patience, to practice forgiveness, and to develop a deeper sense of understanding. In a relationship, there will always be differences in personality, perspectives, and ways of handling problems. It is easy to love someone when you agree on everything, but true love is about learning how to respect and embrace differences rather than allowing them to create distance. A love that is too easy, one that never faces struggles, is often shallow. It lacks the depth that comes from overcoming difficulties together. The strongest relationships are not the ones where there is never any conflict, but the ones where both partners are willing to work through their conflicts instead of running away from them. Love is not about avoiding problems, but about facing them together, hand in hand. One of the biggest misconceptions about love is that it should always feel good. People assume that if they are in the right relationship, there should be no arguments, no struggles, no pain. But love is not about perfection. It is about perseverance. It is about staying committed even when you are frustrated, about choosing to understand rather than react, about putting in the effort even when it would be easier to walk away. When love is real, it challenges you. It tests your patience, your understanding, and your ability to forgive. It pushes you to communicate better, to become more empathetic, and to grow in ways you never imagined. Love is not just about receiving, it is about giving. It is about supporting each other even when you do not feel like it, about showing kindness even when you are upset, about being there for each other even when it is inconvenient. A relationship that has never been tested is like a boat that has never faced rough waters. It may float perfectly on a calm sea, but the real test comes when the storm arrives. Will it hold strong or will it break apart? True love is not proven in moments of ease, but in moments of hardship. The couples who last are not the ones who never face difficulties, but the ones who refuse to let those difficulties tear them apart. There will be times when love feels difficult, when doubts creep in, when you wonder if it is all worth it. But if the foundation is strong, if both people are willing to put in the work, then love can survive even the toughest storms. It is not about avoiding pain. It is about learning how to heal together. It is not about never disagreeing. It is about learning how to disagree with respect and care. Many people walk away from relationships because they believe love should be easy. They think that the presence of struggles means the absence of love. But in reality, struggles are what strengthen love. They teach patience, deepen understanding, and create an unbreakable bond. When you truly love someone, you do not give up on them at the first sign of difficulty. You find ways to make it work, to grow together, to support each other through every challenge. Love that lasts is love that is willing to endure. It is love that does not give up when things get tough. It is love that chooses to stay, to fight, and to grow. The most beautiful love stories are not the ones without hardships, but the ones that have faced hardships and come out stronger. So, if you are in a relationship that is challenging, do not see it as a sign to walk away. See it as an opportunity to build something real, something lasting, something worth fighting for. Because real love is not easy, but it is always worth it. Love is often portrayed as something effortless, something that just happens naturally, without struggle or difficulty. Many people believe that if a relationship is right, everything will fall into place smoothly, without conflicts, misunderstandings, or sacrifices. But the truth is, real love is not meant to be easy. It is meant to test you, to challenge you, to push you beyond your comfort zone. If love were easy, it would not be real. Because anything of real value requires effort, patience, and resilience. The strongest relationships are built on a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and unwavering commitment. But building such a foundation is never effortless. It requires understanding that love is not just about feelings. It is about choices. Feelings can change, they can fade, and they can be influenced by circumstances. But choices are intentional. Choosing to love someone, to stay committed to them, to stand by them through thick and thin, that is what makes love real. One of the greatest challenges in love is learning to communicate effectively. It is easy to talk when everything is going well, but true communication is tested in moments of disagreement, frustration, and pain. Real love teaches you how to listen, not just to respond, but to truly understand. It shows you that words have power to heal, to hurt, to build, or to destroy. Many relationships fail not because of a lack of love, but because of a lack of communication. The ability to express feelings, needs, and concerns openly and honestly without fear of judgment or rejection is what strengthens love over time. Another undeniable truth about love is that it requires sacrifice. In an easy, superficial love, people put their own needs and desires above everything else. But in real love, you learn to compromise, to make adjustments, to consider someone else's happiness as much as your own. This does not mean losing yourself or abandoning your own dreams, but it does mean understanding that love is about give and take. There will be moments when you have to put aside your ego, moments when you have to be selfless, moments when you have to make decisions that benefit both you and your partner, rather than just yourself. Patience is another key factor in love. It is easy to love someone when everything is going right, when there are no problems or hardships. But real love is tested in moments of struggle. How patient are you when things are not going your way? How willing are you to work through difficulties instead of walking away? Patience in love means understanding that people are not perfect. They will make mistakes, they will have flaws, and they will not always meet your expectations. The question is not whether you will face challenges, but whether you are willing to be patient and work through them together. Love also requires trust. And trust is not just about believing that someone will be faithful. It is about knowing that they have your best interests at heart. It is about feeling safe, knowing that no matter what happens, they will not betray you, manipulate you, or abandon you. Trust takes time to build, and it can be fragile, but without it, love cannot thrive. In an easy love, trust is often taken for granted. But in a real, deep love, trust is nurtured, reinforced, and protected. Many people walk away from relationships at the first sign of difficulty, thinking that love should not be so hard. But the reality is, anything worth having in life requires effort. A great career requires years of dedication. A strong body requires consistent exercise and discipline. A meaningful friendship requires loyalty and effort. Why should love be any different? The idea that love should always be easy is one of the biggest misconceptions people have. Love is not about avoiding problems. It is about solving them together. It is about understanding that challenges do not mean the relationship is failing, but rather that it is growing. At the heart of love is growth. If a relationship does not push you to become a better person, if it does not challenge you to grow in patience, understanding, and kindness, then it is not real love. Love is meant to transform you, to bring out your best qualities, to teach you things about yourself that you never knew. It forces you to become more self-aware, to learn how to be more compassionate, to recognize your own flaws and work on them. A love that is too easy, that does not require effort, is often shallow. It is built on convenience rather than commitment. It is the kind of love that fades when things get tough because it was never meant to last. But the love that withstands storms, that perseveres through hardship, that survives the test of time, that is the love that truly matters. So if you find yourself in a relationship that requires effort, do not see it as a burden. See it as a sign that what you have is real. Because real love is not easy, but it is always worth it. Love at its deepest level is not just about passion, attraction, or even shared experiences. It is about perseverance. It is about showing up every day, even when it is difficult, even when emotions waver, and even when life throws unexpected challenges. Love is not just about feeling good. It is about being willing to do the work that makes a relationship strong, meaningful, and lasting. Many people fall into the trap of believing that love should always be effortless, that if it requires too much work, it is not meant to be. But in reality, the greatest love stories are written in moments of struggle, in times when both individuals decide, again and again, that their relationship is worth fighting for. Commitment is one of the biggest indicators of real love. It is easy to stay in love when everything is perfect. But true commitment is tested in times of uncertainty, misunderstanding, and difficulty. It is about making a choice, not just once but repeatedly, to stand by someone despite their flaws, to support them even when they are struggling, and to believe in the relationship even when doubts arise. Real love is not about perfection. It is about embracing imperfection and still choosing to move forward together. Trust is another essential part of deep love. Without trust, love cannot grow. Trust is not just about faithfulness. It is about knowing that you are emotionally safe with someone. It is about being vulnerable without fear, about expressing your true self, without worrying that you will be judged or abandoned. Building trust takes time, and it requires consistency. Words alone do not build trust, actions do. Every small choice, every moment of honesty, and every time a person shows up for their partner strengthens the foundation of trust. In contrast, in easy love, one that lacks depth, often does not require this level of trust because it does not demand true vulnerability. Love also requires sacrifice. Not in the sense of losing yourself or giving up your happiness, but in the sense of making space for another person in your life in a way that requires effort, patience, and understanding. Sometimes love means adjusting your plans, compromising, or putting your partner's needs ahead of your own. It does not mean sacrificing your own identity, but it does mean being willing to balance two lives in a way that benefits both people. Easy love does not demand much sacrifice. It thrives on convenience, but real love asks for commitment, patience, and selflessness. Emotional maturity plays a significant role in love that lasts. It is easy to get caught up in emotions, to react impulsively, or to let small issues turn into major conflicts. But love is not just about emotions. It is about choices. A deep, real love teaches you how to manage emotions, how to resolve conflicts with understanding rather than anger, and how to communicate effectively. Emotional maturity means recognizing that disagreements do not mean the relationship is failing. Instead, they are opportunities for growth. It means realizing that your partner is not perfect, and neither are you, and learning how to work through issues together instead of letting them drive you apart. Resilience is another quality of real love. Relationships, no matter how strong, will face difficulties. There will be moments of doubt, stress, external pressures, and personal struggles. But resilience means weathering the storm together, knowing that hard times do not define the relationship, but how you handle them does. It means seeing challenges not as reasons to walk away, but as chances to grow closer, to understand each other better, and to build something even stronger. Resilient love does not break easily. It bends, it adjusts, it finds ways to survive. In contrast, easy love crumbles at the first sign of trouble because it was never built to last. The beauty of real love is that it transforms you. It teaches patience, humility, and the power of perseverance. It forces you to grow, to become more compassionate, more understanding, and more aware of both yourself and your partner. It is not always easy, but it is always meaningful. Love that lasts is not about grand romantic gestures. It is about the small, everyday choices that show commitment, respect, and care. It is in the moments of forgiveness, in the willingness to support each other's dreams, in the silent understanding that even on difficult days, you are in this together. Real love, the kind that withstands time, challenges, and hardships, is not found in perfection or ease. It is found in persistence, in unwavering dedication, and in the daily decision to choose each other no matter what.